Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. Husband paid for nude/porn. Hi. So my husband and I have been married for almost 2 years but have been together for just short of a decade. I have always known him to be a very honest person. I have always completely trusted him. To establish history, there was an incident probably 3 years into us dating where I found out that he had previously sent a photo to another woman that was inappropriate. It was not a good time, but we got through it and I thought I did not have anything to worry about. 1 week ago I found out that he had paid for nudes from someone. He had her on Snapchat. The only reason I found out is because I randomly saw a notification on his phone for a Venmo receipt that said he paid some girl I didn't know on Venmo and I thought it was weird. When asked, he made up an excuse for what it was and I believed it at first but thought more about it and questioned him about it. He then admitted it. He said that he knew the girl was selling nudes and was curious so he bought it. He considered it to be just like porn at first so he didn't think it was wrong and then later realized that I would probably be upset about it and deleted it/unfollowed her. He didn't have any convos with her or anything like that. Just a business transaction as he put it. He compared it to OnlyFans. When I found out about this, I could understand to some degree why he didn't think it would upset me at first. I don't mind if he watches porn sometimes. He knows that. And I have never set a boundary for paying for porn because it honestly didn't cross my mind as something he would do. I was upset about the paying for porn thing and of course lying about it. I told him that paying for stuff like that is a hard boundary for me. During this convo, I asked if there was any other instances. He said that there were 2 other prior incidences where he thought about doing it but didn't because the prices were too high. Again, not holding that against him. But now today, I got a bank statement and saw that earlier in the month there were 2 similar transactions before the one he told me about. I asked him about it and he admitted that those were for the same thing. Those were the 2 prior times he thought about buying nudes. Turns out he lied and he actually did buy them. He said he lied about those because it would make me more upset. I'm really hurt. Mostly about the lying. The one thing I cannot stand is lying and he knows this. I don't feel insecure about him watching porn in general. It's the fact that he spoke to these women and asked and paid for the nudes they were advertising. I'm not going to leave him or anything but dang, I'm just hurt. And he's the one I always go to when I'm hurt. But he is the one that hurt me so I'm kind of lost. Should we go to therapy? What would help us in this situation? Here are some of the best comments from our community. In my option, if he continues to watch porn, this behavior will only get worse. Again, in my option, porn is dangerous because little by little the acts get more abusive and the person watching their behavior becomes more risky. Can we say saddiction? Identify what you're actually dealing with. Addiction is awful. Sex is their drug of choice. Been there, done that. Some people can overcome it. Most can't. Another cheating story. When does it get easier? Hi, I am new here. I don't know how to do this without starting from the beginning. Back in 2020 a lot was going on. 1. The pandemic and 2. My relationship with my husband was struggling. I had noticed his distance from me. He stopped responding to my text messages, phone calls, etc. When at work. He was emotionally distant at home. Emotionally unavailable and didn't have time for me. He checked out on me basically, and our then 5-year-old. I thought it was the pandemic life, because he and I had talked about it. Other than that, we didn't have sex, any time spent together was awkward and forced. He kept saying he was fine, and he wasn't. My gut told me he wasn't. So, one day while he was gone, I snooped. And there it was, pictures of women I didn't know. Videos of himself watching porn and masturbating, pictures that looked like they were sent to him from women. I confronted him, we had a blow up. It felt horrible. I felt horrible. I questioned him so much. Did he have sex with anyone? His response, no. He apologized to me, he felt horrible. We worked through it, but I specifically remember asking him, was there any other relationships with women he needed to tell me about? Anything that would be considered inappropriate? His response, no. Fast forward 4 months later. My gut told me there was something else. So, I snooped. This time I went to phone records and sure enough he lied to me. He had been hiding his emotional affair for well over a year. I realized why my calls went unanswered, because the phone bills told the truth. He didn't take my calls because he was talking to her. Long periods of time. Constant exchange of text messages too. After I confronted him, all hell broke loose. I was done. Over the lies. I asked to see his Facebook and he then told me any communication he had with the other woman was deleted. He hid it all. Even after the other stuff that happened a few months prior. He said it wasn't sex, he admitted to an emotional affair. Great. Swell. Now we are here 2022. How do I move on? I chose to stay. When does it just go away? When do I stop doubting my decision because he broke trust? When do I not feel grief anymore? When is it normal again? I need it to all go away. How do I heal? When I bring it up and try and talk about it, I get shut down, so I don't talk about it anymore. He won't hear me out because he doesn't feel he should continue to pay for it anymore. So, my question is, how do you truly come back from everything? When does it get better and I don't have to doubt my decision to stay? When will it not hurt anymore? Here are some of the best comments from our community. He doesn't sound remorseful or a man who wants to reconcile. The problem here is that your husband is not remorseful. Not one bit. He broke your trust, disrespected you, and he just wants to move on like nothing happened. I'm sorry, but that man is a disgrace. You want to feel somewhat better? Sit him down and make him answer the hard questions. Anything you need to know. Your mind and thoughts need to stop spiraling with questions he won't give you the answers to. He knows everything he did, the story is complete in his head. You can only guess. To me it sounds like he has been lying and gaslighting you. A cheater will never admit to more than whatever they are caught with. You never caught him with hard evidence, so you are left to wonder. You know what he chooses for you to know. I'm sorry to say, but this sounds like more than just an emotional affair. You don't invest time in someone else, disrespect your wife and dismiss your family just to talk on the phone with them. There is a lot that needs to be done after an affair to even have a chance at reconciliation, and you haven't even scratched the surface. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.